Hello, I'm Ryan Russell, one of the developers at Technabling, a company dedicated to finding new and innovative ways of using technology to help people enjoy independent lives. I've taken a little bit of time out to tell you about one of the newest projects that we're working on. This is the Portable Sign Language Translator, which we call the PSLT project for short. You may already be aware that a considerable amount of people in the world have hearing-related impairments, which can range from acute hearing difficulties to problems hearing certain sounds and frequencies, straight through to the inability to hear any sound at all. In order to help with communication, many of these people and those who are in frequent contact with them make use of sign language, which through the use of hand and facial gestures allows for conversations to take place without the use of speech, which eliminates the problems caused by difficulties in hearing. Of course, this brings with it its own set of problems, namely that in order to communicate via sign language, both participants have to know the signs along with their meaning. This is the problem that our PSLT system addresses. Our system, which will run on a range of devices including desktop and laptop PCs, netbooks and smartphones, will ease the process of signers communicating with non-signers by translating sign language gestures into written text, allowing for seamless communication between users. Right, I think it's time for a demonstration.
The screen capture method has lost some of the quality of the video, but I'll talk you through what's happening. Here we can see the video window and the translation window. As is customary, let's start with a greeting. Hello. Not bad. Now let's do a whole sentence. By completing a series of gestures, without dropping our hand from the screen, the system stores up the completed gestures and then sends them for processing once we're done. Now any signers watching this video will have noticed the signs we're using aren't BSL. This is simply because the system is still in development and part of the development process is continually increasing the levels of detail that we can detect. Signers may also be concerned about the quality of written text that is generated, given that sign language uses a grammar different to spoken language, but you needn't worry. In this example, the three signs I do are I, drive and car. However, the system knows to add the word the to the sentence. This is one of the words that is rarely signed, and instead is simply implied in sign language. However, the system can do more than that. If I add the word yesterday, which I've just signed here for you, to the start of the sentence, and then complete exactly the same string of gestures as I did before, we will find that the system changes the tense of the word drive for us, a distinction that is again implied in sign language and not directly signed. To me, this is quite an important part of the system, because I want to ensure that our users are understood as clearly and as accurately as possible. One quick last example of something that I'm particularly proud of. Either because of restricted movement or because the complexities of BSL stop it from being a viable option, many signers opt to use other languages such as Makaton or even their own collection of signs known by them and those around them. By creating a custom dictionary with custom gestures, these users will be able to set up the system to recognize their own signs, allowing them to communicate with anyone they meet. For example, here's an entire phrase I have mapped to one gesture. Now, to anyone with a restricted movement who has trouble communicating, I bet that could come in really useful. Oh, and did I mention we can also do gestures with two hands? Because we can.
The system is being designed to be very easy to set up and use, requiring no specialist equipment other than a computer with a camera attached. And yes, this even includes smartphones. After a brief setup stage, the signer will be able to sign in front of the camera and have the written translation of what they gesture appear on the screen. What's more, the design of our system will allow for the creation and download of customized dictionaries, meaning that specialized gestures, such as those that might only be used in certain professions, can be created and added to the standard set as needed. This design also means that our system is not restricted to any one sign language, and we'll be able to use different ones such as British or American Sign Language. If you'd like to know more about this project, or about Technabling in general, then please email us using the address info@technabling.co.uk or visit us online by visiting www.technabling.co.uk. Thank you.